like a rivalry game. And our matchup is bitter. It has barbs and shots thrown on and off the field over the years. Welcome to the Big House, home of the Michigan Wolverines. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Michigan State Spartans, taking on the 24th ranked team in the land, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Spartans will put it away to start the game. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Wolverines offense going to get the chance to start this game off. The Wolverines often look at this rivalry as their birthright to win, and boy, did they put the hammer down in a blowout last year.
Yeah, and you heard a lot of hail to the victors, and you heard a lot about little brother, and a lot of shots throughout this last year about how Michigan is the program in the state. They are the brand. And Michigan State has heard that, Palmer, a ton.
And that's just been a narrative that we've heard throughout the years, too. And it's something that people love talking about in Ann Arbor, is that they are the dominant team. And it's not even close in this in-state rival. Michigan State's got to do something to flip the script. If they want their program to reach the consistency that Michigan has, they've got to recruit better. And a big way in doing that is winning this game.
Right back to the well. Stopped after a pickup of 4. Good run to get it out to the 34. Let's take a minute to talk about Michigan. Big moment in recruiting last week. 4-star defensive back gives a verbal commitment. David, what's his adjustment going to be like?
Obviously, the adjustment of speed is a big deal, but that's why you go get a 4-star guy like this. I mean, he's got speed. He plays so many DBs at one time. This is a position I feel like you can transition to college really well. The expectations for him are going to be high.
Caught in the backfield, it's Moore. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
In college football, you see this a ton now. You use a quick passing game, basically as the running game. Get a few yards, get your offense ahead of the sticks, keeps it on pace for success.
Got it behind the line. It's Marsh. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
And offenses nowadays, they're really just counting numbers. How many guys do you have out wide? How many guys do I have out wide? If I have enough guys to block your guys, boom, it's just built into the offense. Pitch, catch, let me get a few yards.
He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. And the Wolverines decide to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. So Michigan State's offense will take the field for the first time. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster, man. I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw it, man. So many different ways he could hurt you, and he could be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week. And their first objective this week, Palmer, is to stop that dude.
Yeah, they know the entire offense goes through him. All week long, they've been stressing tackling, staying in your gaps, winning at the point of attack, getting as many hats to the football as humanly possible, because you can't shut this guy down. You can only hope to contain him, but what a challenge this defense faces today.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. Back has it. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough for the first down, and they might mark that down to use the Wildcat again. Paul Bunyan, a huge part of trophies in the Big Ten. He's got an axe. He's got this trophy for the Spartans and the Wolverines. Where do you guys rank this trophy?
Yeah, it's hard to say. I mean, there's so many trophy games, I feel like, in the Big Ten, David. This game, obviously, it always has Big Ten implications, national championship implications. I will be honest, Paul Bunyan Trophy gives me the heebie-jeebies a bit, though.
You don't like it, it just kind of gives you the heebie-jeebies. I hear you, but how about Reese throwing a ranking on us? Rank the trophies? Reese, what are we doing here? We're not ranking trophies. Huge rivalry game, a lot of emotions. We're not talking about ranking trophies.
They'll run it from the gun. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. The Spartans come to the line in the hurry-up.
Great job by the offense, understanding where the sticks are. And look, if they got the first down, and they're like, all right, let's crank this tempo up now. We got first down. Let's go fast.
Corralled and forced out of bounds. Mark it right at the 16-yard line, and man, are they in business.
Hey, QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. He had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
Now from inside the red zone. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
And he just flat missed him. Sometimes you see a guy, he's open, and you try to baby it too much, and it was a bad throw.
Well, on the opening drive of the game, establishing the rhythm and the cadence offensively is really, really important. They've done some good things on this first drive to put them in this situation. Obviously, you just threw an incompletion on second down. Likely going to throw it again here right now. Quarterback has just got to settle in. Timing is important. Get rid of the ball on time. Trust your read and execute this passing play if you're throwing.
Here comes the field goal unit. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. Guys, these two have been shown. Contempt and disdain for each other for more than a century. First meeting back in 1898.
Yeah, and my goodness, you think about all the years, all the plays. You think about Mike Hart a few years ago. What was he talking about? Little bro.
Turning it on! Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw, too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Well, we know this offense obviously really struggled their last time out, and they knew coming into this one they would have to be better at running the football, and that just has not happened in this game. They're simply not physical enough offensively at this point.
The Wolverines have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Throws to the tight end. got his man downfield. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on. Love what they did there, putting the big fella in the slot, letting him use his ability to get downfield and create some space and find the soft spot in the zone.
No doubt. You got the big fella in the slot, so you get your matchup. You know it's zone coverage. You know you can put it up out there, let him go make a play. That is a recipe for success.
He's loose. And he'll finally slide after the long run. I'm not sure if he wanted to avoid the hit or he just got tired.
Fantastic job there buying time and then using his speed to go get a huge chunk play. You saw on defense a lot of people in the back end with their heads turned around chasing receivers. It's dangerous. You want to play man coverage. You don't want to keep your eyes on the quarterback. You're going to pay for it. You saw it right there.
He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Wolverine! The AT unit on the field. And the extra point makes it 7-3. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. A little bit of feeling each other out there, down 7-3 as they open this drive. Looking to throw, it's Childs. Under fire. Grabbed in the middle, it's Boyd. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the first down. The Spartans very efficient with this passing game.
You like that, Reese? You like that? I think so. This is an offense that, listen, when you've got a guy back there that can be efficient. Make no mistake, they're going to run the football, but when you get that Kirk Cousins guys, you start to really like the offense.
Quarterback just flat, missed it, incomplete. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Caught in the backfield, it's Boyd. He'll be forced out of bounds. Let's mark it at the 48-yard line as this offense continues its work.
Now, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
From the gun on third down. Finds his big tight end. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44. And the Spartans are marching down the field. Looking to throw on first down. Here's a heat. Got his man. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Send the tight end in motion. Wide receiver going in motion. Little touch pass to the receiver. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, man. It puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get them out of the spot.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
On fourth down, looking to pass. Takes a hit as he releases it and just spiked it right into the ground. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. The option look. Now the toss. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. And the Wolverines can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
I love this guy because he brings a physicality to this Michigan offense. Bo Schembechler would have loved this guy. He would have loved to jog a few extra tight ends on the field, get the QB under center, student body.
Oh, he's got some space. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. The Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They go to the ground. Knocked down behind the line. Boy, he powered through one tackler, but there were more there to greet him. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Wolverines with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. He's got an open man. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. Down to the 12-yard line, it's first down. Hand off from the shotgun. He's stopping behind the line of scrimmage. He ran through one guy, but not through the rest.
And it wasn't lack of effort by the running back. He was trying. You could tell he fought one guy off, but another guy in his face right away, just trying to do something. The offensive line needs to do a better job keeping some guys off this guy. Come on, man. Take care of your running back.
Look, as an offense, you're always going to take completions over incompletions and interceptions. So the offense, they're able to make that third down a little bit more manageable, but honestly, not by much.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. To the air, it's Underwood. Got it! And they'll stop him inside the 5, but the defense is backed up in the shadow of its own goalpost.
Nice patience by the quarterback here working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
They'll move the wide receiver. Trying to do it on the ground. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on fourth down?
I like it. This defense plays aggressive on fourth and short, and they are rewarded. Figured they would run the football. They did. Nice job getting some penetration and stopping that fourth down play.
A lot of real estate in front of them as the drive starts at their own 6. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case in there. They try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Back to pass on second down. With the catch, it's Marsh. Open space at the 25. He goes out of bounds just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line, and when you're backed up, execution like that at a premium. Wants to go up top on first down. Lofts one high and deep. Catch inside the 30 and still running. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. These are the type of throws that can make this Spartan offense feel invincible.
I mean, just go to the next level. You know you're going to get a heavy dose of the run game, but when you can complete these passes down the field, you will have all Michigan State fans go green, go white.
Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense back. It's a turnover. We've got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth a chance to have another look. Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. The Spartans combatants with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They'll run it from the gun. Wrestled to the ground, but he's inside the 10 and down to the 9.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a first down.
Wide receiver comes in motion. A first down run on the doorstep. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And listen, it's tough. It's a tough proposition. This is a top 10 defense against the run. You know they're physical. You know who they are. But you're not going to bat an eye. And you're going to challenge your guys, especially in the red zone, to be more physical, to be able to continue to run the football against a really good defense.
That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You've got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You've got to be aggressive, and you've got to make tackles.
On 3rd and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. Looking for a man, it's Childs. There's the pressure. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on 3rd down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
A long way to go on 4th and goal. Quarterback making adjustments. Wants to go up top. Pressure coming. Big fella moving. Makes the grab, but there's not enough room. The defense was ready. They kept their leverage, and they come up with a 4th down stop. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. On that last drive, 4th and goal didn't exactly work out. They really need to pay it off this time, Jesse.
And they were so anxious and eager to get back on the field. They know they left points on the board. They let that one get away from them. They look like they are pumped up and ready to go here, man.
And listen, it was a good drive, so you got to remember that. But they got to realize, I got to get points. When I get in those areas, I got to capitalize. And they wanted a touchdown last time. This drive, they can go make it happen.
This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And guys, they're not going to give up on picking up the first down, but they also need some breathing room for the punter. Takes the handoff, and he's going right. He is denied. Cannot get to the first down marker, and it's 4th down coming.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
The Wolverines will bring the punt team onto the field. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking. To throw, it's Childs. Makes the catch. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that 3rd down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking down the middle. Got his man. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. And the Spartans have it with a 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Making side adjustments here. They'll send the back in motion. Back to throw, time running short in the half. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way. They put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Deep shot for the end zone. He's missed 3 in a row now with that last incompletion. And now on fourth down, they'll try a field goal. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. Splits the uprights. Good. That brings them to within 1.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Final seconds of the first half. Let's see if they can pull off a little magic. They're going to test that run defense to the right here. Finds enough room to get it to the 21 before going out of bounds.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Under a minute to play here in the first half, and the offense will take a knee, and that is how we'll wrap up the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, so much to break down from a spirited first half between Michigan and Michigan State with the Paul Bunyan Trophy at stake. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big, fat W. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the fight between Michigan and Michigan State plays out.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. And the Wolverines will kick it off to start the second half. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. A really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly. And that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the second half to throw any completions.
Fights off the defender. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Lining up from the 34 on first down. Looking to throw, it's Childs. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. Behind the chains now on second and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Finds his man. It's Boyd.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe, and how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it. The Spartans have this offense rolling. Looking to throw on first down. Another interception. That's number 17 on the year. Bringing it back at the 20. Touchdown, Michigan. And what a turn of events as this defense
see just reading the quarterback's eyes. And how about the break on the football, taking a great angle to pick it off and then do some damage and make the big play for this defense to score some points.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. These guys really need to get something going on this drive. They are still well within striking distance, but they have very little to show for their possession so far. He's going to throw deep right side. He's got it on the outside. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. After ripping off a big chunk of yardage, you figure they're going to go right back after him. 1st and 10 from the 31. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he's brought down after a nice gain. They saw that blitz coming, and the way to get out of it is find the tight end.
Yeah, how quick did he see that, too? Sees the blitz, understands this is a matchup where I got my big tight end, the big fella. I trust he's going to find that matchup, get him the football for the first down.
The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. When you see all those defenders around your intended target like that, just throw it in the ground or throw it away. I mean, that's a completion that loses yards. You're just hurting your offense there.
And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. And here comes the field goal unit. This kicker has already made a couple today. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. And that one took everything he had to sneak it over the crossbar inside the left upright. Now, there is a flag down on the play, but when you knock through a field goal from that distance and you're not going to get the 1st down, I think you just keep your points. The defense just gives back its mini victory of forcing the field goal try with the roughing the kicker penalty, and now they'll have to come up with a stop in the red zone. Touchdown Spartans! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. And it seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with the big one. That time, great job focusing and concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
He's into the end zone. 2-point conversion is good, and we've got a tie game. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Their lead is gone, and they'll try to grab it back on this drive. Off the play fake on 1st down. Got it in the middle. It's Cleescore. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Handoff from the gun. There he goes. Good pickup there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy in the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
The Wolverines, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Fires to the big fella. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
On the run, it's Marshall. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line, a loss of 1. It'll be 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Underwood. Fires to the wideout. And he drops it, just took his eye off of it at the last minute. And the Wolverines line up to punt it away. And he tried to pin him deep with that punt. Instead, it goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense got to stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Throwing on the run. He holds it in, and nobody's close. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line. Exploded for a huge chunk of yards on that last one. They'll try to do it again here, 1st and 10 from the 33. Buys a little extra time. And they dialed up the shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
Well, the best thing that's happened so far in this game for this offense has been looking this guy's way and giving him a shot. He has their only touchdown in this game, so they're trying to take another shot down the field. Good job in coverage defensively. You've got to be aware of where this guy
breaks into the open. Touchdown, Michigan State. And that one will give them the lead.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. That's already his second touchdown of the game.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. Texas A&M is totally getting wrecked today. You bring Johnny Football back here in his prime, and even he wouldn't change the outcome of this one. They're trailing by 28 to Oklahoma. If anything else happens in this one in the Pac-12 or anywhere else, we'll make sure you know about it, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They are backed up, top field position. The drive starts from their own 9-yard line. To the air, it's Underwood. Here comes the heat. On target to the left. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30. These guys have staggered around a little bit in this one. It would be a really good time to get things going if they want to hold off the upset bid.
But they're the favorite for a reason, Reese, and they've got the playmakers on the field. They're only one play away from completely changing the momentum in this game. So the underdog, David, they've got to keep playing at a high level.
And they're the underdogs for a reason. So they've got to have some things go their way. They got to catch some breaks. And all they want to do, continue to fight, continue to hang around as long as possible and stay within a play or stay within some kind of big game-changing momentum play.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Wolverines can really attack on this 2nd and short. They're going back to the ground. He's knocked down behind the line of scrimmage again, and this just hasn't been his day. Nowhere to run. And the Wolverines really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. They'll try to get it through the air. Caught near the sticks. It's Cleasecorn. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. The Wolverines are on the move. Wants to throw on 1st down. Got it in the middle. It's Marshall. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. And the Wolverines with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10. They're going to ride this running back. Not much to show for it. This defense has kept them bottled up all day.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. To the air, it's Underwood. Unleashes one deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. And the Wolverines will punt it away on 4th down. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. And they'll let that one go, and it'll roll out of bounds. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Looking downfield on 1st down. Pulls it in. It's Marsh. And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices. That's the type of explosive play you love to start a drive with. 1st down from the 42. Looking to throw on 1st down. Makes the catch. It's Boyd. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
He makes the stop at the 33, but 10 yards on that play and a 1st down. Last completion moves the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Quick release on the RPO. Turning it on. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7. And this defense has to step forward. Not only do they have to get a stop, they've got to do it quickly to keep that time from running down. Got it set up on the outside. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with the lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football there.
Well, you got to give the defense credit. They knew a big key in this one was slowing this dude down, especially after how well he played the last time out. They have been swarming him. They have been gang tackling him and getting a lot of penetration up front.
Looking for the goal line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. And now the lead is even bigger. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner is stopped. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Looking to pass. It's Underwood. Throws to the wideout. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Nice pick stop on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the fourth quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3.
You just got to wonder how frustrated this guy is, especially after the success he had their last game out, but just nothing going in this one. He has not been able to get himself into a rhythm. There's been way too much penetration up front defensively. They have been able to stop him in his tracks.
Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Sparty. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Wants to go up top on first down. Pocket breaking down. That's caught. It's marked. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
Hey, down in the fourth quarter, you better have a dude at the quarterback spot. They do, and they're going to trust him, and he's going to have to continue to deliver like this, making plays down the field, protecting the football, but we know he has the ability.
Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. On 1st and 10 from the 38.
Others from around the country. Slippery Rocks, 27. Williamsburg University.
Use the play fake. Now to throw. Fires to the right. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
And it's going to be hard for this offense, man. They've struggled to pass the football down the field, to make these explosive plays, and now huge deficit. Got to make them. Got to find a way to push the ball down the field to create some explosive plays if you want a chance to get back in this football game.
Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits. The Wolverines moving quickly to the line. Looking for a man. It's Underwood. A shot toward the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's passed, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
Well, we saw the coaching staff on the sideline challenging this offensive line to end this game. They've got the lead late now, and they know they're going to continue trying to run the ball to ice it.
So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. On the direct snap, it's Childs. He navigates some traffic, steps out of bounds after 27 as this offense tries to get something going. Looking to convert, they'll go to the Wildcat. On the direct snap, it's Childs. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Here comes the Wildcat. Watch out here. Direct snap. It's Childs. They make the stop, but not before the chains move and the Wildcat formation pays off.
And a lot of times when you're in your own territory and it's 4th and 1, you see the offense try to draw people off sides. No, sir. They say, we're going to get this thing. We need 1 yard. We got 1 yard. We worked on it all week. They were successful. Nice aggressiveness early in their own territory.
The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. And the Spartans will have it 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Childs. Quickly to the flat in the wide receiver screen. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the 1st down. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Under fire. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls in.
And pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. So here comes the Michigan offense. It has been a rather forgettable day that's finally coming to a close, David.
Yeah, it's been an awful day. I mean, just not functioning well on offense. Defense giving up a lot of points. This is a day, Palmer, they'll like to forget.
Yeah, you're going to find out a lot about their character right now. Obviously, not what they hoped this would be, and that's demoralizing for a lot of these kids that have worked really hard in practice all week. But at this point here, you're just trying to prove to your coaching staff that you're not going to quit.
Snagged in the middle. It's strong. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. The give to the back. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Going to sling it on 2nd down. Throws for the tight end. Finds space on the right. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Now the chance to pay off that big play from just outside the 5. Dropping back, it's Underwood. Touchdown, Wolverines! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And a nice touchdown. Continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. So in this one, his little brother playing like big brother is flexing their muscles as Michigan State will take the Paul Bunyan Trophy back to the banks of the Red Cedar. That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.